the Korean way of the sword, and it's very closely related to Kendo, which is the Japanese way of the sword. And it's a sort of sport martial art that's evolved over the past 100 years, and even before that it has its roots in the ancient sword styles of the region. So in Kumdo, we sort of have that martial arts spirit in the practice, and at the same time it's a competitive sport, so we try and score points on each other, much like fencing. Today we're going to give a brief lesson to a few people to teach them a basic strike, as well as what goes into a basic strike in Kumdo. And then we'll be showing you a few of the advanced techniques that we learned in the club. Jose is right now putting on the gogu, or kogu, which is the armor that we use when we practice. And you'll notice that there's a couple of primary components to this. There's the helmet, there's the wrist guards, and then there's the body armor. And those are the principal points of attack in Kumdo. So those are the only places where you can actually score points, and the places that we will constantly target. So Jose will put on armor, and then he'll talk a little bit about some of the basic strikes and start inviting people up to practice, and then I will also wear the armor. So Kumdo, if anybody's interested, feel free to talk to me also after this is over, and I would be glad to talk to you about Kumdo if you're interested as well. Jose, who are the people that you...
So, is there anyone who would like to learn to use a sword? Just putting it out.
No, Laura.
Is there anyone else? Raise your hands up high.
Yeah. Sure, come on.
Bailey, I think you should come up here. Go on. Alright, are you okay with them?
Great.
Oh, and JD, that's let's go.
Thank you.
So please just come up. We will hurt you. There's no sword in our hands.
Also, these swords are not like metal swords. They're bamboo. In Korean, they're called jukdos. In Japanese, they're called shinai. And they are practice training swords that we use for sparring. So they're safe. Yes, relatively safe. When you're wearing armor, they're safe. All right. Do you have some other volunteers that were coming up?
Yeah.
Laura's coming up. Laura's sitting up.
Okay.
Your arm is already in express. The answer is no.
We can take more volunteers as well.
Yeah. If you're interested, please come on up. We'll be going through a simple strike. The attack toward the opponent's head, which is called mori. And this is the first strike that we teach in Kumdo.
Yeah, Prime Minister.
To get started off, you'll want to line up and face me. So in Kumdo, we have one major position that we use when we're sparring. And what you want to do is start off with your feet together and separate your leg to the side at a right angle, and then move it like that, and move it a little bit back. So your right foot should be in front, and this is your left heel should be off the ground. Sort of like that. So this is the position that we do all of our strikes in Kumdo from. So you use the left foot for thrusting power, and then the right foot sort of helps you fall forward. In Kumdo, when you strike on your opponent, there are three main components that make up a good attack. And that is your kia, or your battle cry, your stomp with your foot, and then having good form in the actual strike. So you have to strike the correct part of the opponent's armor. In this case, we'll be teaching the Mori strike, which is the top of the head. So, going one by one, I'm going to teach you a basic movement forward, and it's fairly simple. All you do is move your move your right foot forward, and then bring your back foot up. Yeah. So you're just sliding your front foot forward, and then bringing it back. For now, that will be the main movement. So, Jose, if you want to go and just demonstrate a basic Mori going to the end, and then we'll start teaching.
So as Varun mentioned, it's the three parts of the strike. There is going to be the strike itself, there's going to be the stomp, and also the key-up. So putting it all together should be Mori!
Yeah. So, we will give, if you want to give, we'll just rotate to the Celtic so you can start off with this. And Jose, if you could demonstrate proper grip for them. So in juke, and when you hold a jutho, you want your right hand to be near the top and your left hand to be near the bottom of the jutho. So your hands shouldn't be close together. Sorry.
So the proper hold to the jutho is going to be, as Lamar is demonstrating here, it's going to be the right hand on top, and the left hand is going to be close to the bottom. The left hand actually, when using a sword in Kumdo, it's not the downward strike that puts out the most force. You're actually trying to have a bit of a flick to it. That's what the left hand is for. Flick it forward and back. Exactly. So that's the essential how that you hold and use the sword. A few more things that we do whenever we're using a jutho. So each part of the sword itself represents a part of the real blade. So for example, this is the handle, but this will be the guard that it will use to protect us if the sword were to slide down. Of the sword blade itself, you notice that there is a string part and an empty part. So the empty part is supposed to represent the blade side of the sharp side of the blade. While the string itself not only holds the top together, which is just safety so you don't get hit by the bamboo shark at the top, but also represents the dull side of the blade. So whenever you're holding it, you'll hold the dull side to yourself, as you would any other sword. So, and you also kick the track. And we're putting on an armor not only so that way we could spar, but also so you guys could try a blow on us.